I have a lot of cars that just I ruined because they're so fast.
Isn't it? That's the problem with them, right? Because this is the thing I run into in all my Hellcats. I'm like, all right, let's put on E90. All right, put big injectors in it. All right, let's do this. Let's do that. Pull out the intercooler. Do this. Ice tank. And I'm like, well, I can't go to McDonald's anymore. The thing is, that's with drag racing too. Is like, you ever think? Even when I got into it, because I never really did drag racing before YouTube. Like I messed around out in the country, like country kids did, but nothing else like that. It's really intimidating. Like, it's like if you know nothing about it, you're just stepping into it, whatever. It's intimidating because you're like not really sure where to start, like what to do. Like you're just kind of like, eh.
Try doing that with monster trucks. Monster truck drag racing. What
about just monster trucks in general?
Oh,
You did Monster Jam.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we did Monster
Dude,
Jam.
how
We're big
crazy
fans
is
of
driving
Monster
those
Jam.
things?
It's the best. So we had an awesome deal. Monster Jam, we
sick.
partnered up with them. They love the Brodozer, and so we built the diesel Brodozer. And, dude, that truck was a completely different animal than anything else out there. Those methanol trucks they're hard to drive because they're just all over the place. They're just snappy. The Brodozer was 10,000 times harder to drive than like rookie or veteran drivers like Tom Mintz, Anderson boys, Dennis Anderson. They've all driven the Brodozer, and there's like, how do you do that? How do you even compete? It's a Duramax compounds Waggler.
Really?
But dude, it's snappy for a diesel, but it's not a methanol truck. So basically, anytime I'd hit an obstacle, I'd have to basically build two seconds of recoil or boost into the system and see what was going to happen because that's my inertia, my momentum. Everything in Monster Jam is about momentum and inertia. It's how fast you can keep your run going, and you just keep that momentum going. If you stop, you lose all the momentum. With the diesel, I can't keep momentum when I think about needing to keep it. So if I'm slowing down, my brain says hit the gas, and I hit the gas, and a methanol truck goes. Diesel, I'm sitting there, so I'm having I would drive in a way that I didn't even understand. Yeah, I couldn't predict it. So I would I was experimenting the whole time. So I'd get in it, and dude, it would freaking build boost, and then all of a sudden it hit the same obstacles the methanol trucks hit, but it would hit it with probably 5 times the force, and it would just do the wildest shit. But when I would flip over and land upside down, and then when your tire grabs and it flips you back over, where that breaks most of the methanol trucks because they're on the throttle and it just snaps it. Yeah. My truck had like a built-in shock absorber because of the turbo lag. So it would go, and then it would then the turbo would spool and it would just go freaking bananas. But it'd do it a gradual way so it wouldn't snap parts. Yeah. So I had some of the most insane recoveries in Monster Jam.
I think I know what you're saying right now. I think I understand, but I'm also trying to wrap my mind around all of it because monster trucks just in general blow my mind.
It's the coolest thing you'll ever
They're
do.
the
I feel like that was
craziest thing, dude.
You're kind of a wrecking ball, in vehicles.
And
so I would love to see a live show of you just destroying.
You guys would have loved the live shows. I don't say this to brag, but the live shows that we competed in, burned down the house. I'm telling you, fans rushing the floor in Texas. What's that? El Paso? Might be El Paso. I have a really strong Mexican following because I speak Spanish and love Mexican people. Bro, just the entire stadium flooded with Mexican people to come down and say hi, hey to me and Dave. It's the best, dude.
That's cool. I could see Weston doing that.
I
can just hear your voice in it. Oh, hell yeah.
Motherfucker, I tell you what, somebody built some boost. Next thing I knew, I was upside down. Hell, it's a good time.
I'm upside down.
Some of the most pain I've ever been in was from monster trucks.
I was it's gotta hurt, right?
Bro, my first backflip, I went to go hit the wall, and the methanol trucks, they hit it rolling at about 15, 20, and then they just go crack the throttle right before it, and it'll give them their little pop. Well, I have to hit it 2 seconds early and wait for my boost to build. I freaking hit it just maybe a half a second too early. I built boost and climbed the ramp instead of flipping the ramp. Launched 40, 50 feet in the air and came to a complete perfect stop upside down. And
cage first.
Bro, cage first.
Fall to the cage.
But you know what you don't think about is your feet. My feet wrapped up around the steering wheel into the roll cage. I was like a freaking cheesy gordita crunch. Just all folded up, dude. And my feet, that was rough. That sucked.
I jumped one 10, maybe 6 feet in the air to flat on the burnout pad and about snapped my neck. Yeah. Because they have 300 PSI in the shocks and those things.
They're real stiff. And you have to run a certain pressure in the tires too, regulation. So but that truck was amazing, dude. It allowed Diesel Dave to do a consecutive backflip. So he went up and came up short, and he was coming to stuff his nose. just grabbed the throttle. I don't think he meant to. I think he was just Jesus take the wheel.
I imagine you
it
can't
boosted,
see
and the
shit.
truck goes poo 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 and does a double backflip, and
Everyone had to
the
have been
stadium
electric.
lost their damn minds.
Where is
bet.
that truck now?
So that's really frustrating. COVID came around. They canceled the shows, and well, let me get to your answer first. I think it's at Feld headquarters and down by you, but they can't use the license anymore because I own the Brodozer license, and so I revoked the license from them after COVID because it wasn't a great partnership as far as them fulfilling their end of the bargain with licensing, and then that kind of ended the relationship ish. There's a chance I might build another truck and go back though. I'd go back as an independent though, and just because dude, showing up and just being able to get in the truck, wreck it, and fly home.
Just hit the big ones, maybe.
That's what we were doing when I was running for Monster Jam. We would only hit the big shows. That was another frustrating thing. You get really excited, and the reason I brought this up is because racing in monster trucks is really competitive. There's some really fast guys out there, and it's full blown racing, dude. You got to be significantly better driver than the guy next to you. Because it comes down to like tenths of seconds. And I would get so excited. I'd go in, I'd do 2 shows in a row, get momentum, do well, be kicking ass in racing, and then we'd get pulled from the circuit for 6 months because there wasn't any big shows for the summer. And so you get just dropped in. Right when you're getting comfortable, you get pulled out. And in and out. But it was one of the most enjoyable things I've ever done. And I loved it because I took my family with me to every show. We just flew to, it was always in Florida in the winter, which is the best for the family to get away. But I think we'll come back, and if I do, it's going to be me and David and I will have dueling trucks.